Recording live from the Hickory Hut studio on the campus of Defiance College, this is The Session with Billy and Ryan.
Today's Tuesday, January 24th.
Derek, I miss you already.
Oh, man.
Come back, please.
I'm sorry, everyone. Just a huge disappointment. We're back in the Hickory Hut studios with Ryan and Brock.
That's me.
Marissa Guyton.
Hello.
And our special guests, Jake Arnold Adkins and... Wow. How many times have I messed that up already? Twice now?
Yeah. Yep.
All right, we got Jake Adkins and we got Adam McGinnis in the studios with us today. And
we're going to keep the same format even without Derek, right?
Yep, I guess so.
Mm-hmm.
Derek, if you're listening, I'm trying, man. I'm really trying.
Actually, Derek, if you're listening, you know what's been happening on the show already before we even hit record.
Alrighty, so we got some news going on. What do we got, Ryan?
Oh, I'm going first? No problem. Let me get my news there. I wasn't ready to go first.
Oh.
Hey, the blood drive is January 25th. Please sign up to give. This is for the Red Cross. Of course, who else comes and takes your blood? I don't know. That is the 25th, which is Wednesday. Almost forgot what day that was. That's it.
All right. Your 1098T tax form is now available on the MyDC portal.
Yes!
So if you guys need that, just go to MyDC, click on the student tab under your account information, and it'll be right there.
Why do I want the 1098-T?
It's to claim your education tax credit if you're eligible.
Oh, that could be important.
Possibly. I have no idea what that is. Maybe I should look.
Maybe you should talk to Jake off the air.
Hey, when we get back, we're going to be having Adam McGinnis and Jake Adkins talking about their trip to the inauguration for the Donald Trump. USA. USA.
Hey, this is The Session with Billy and Ryan. We'll be right back.
Hey, this is Nate Hicks, and you're listening to The Session.
This is Bub from the Meat Squad, and you're listening to The Session.
Welcome back to The Session. Today in the studios, we have Adam McGinnis and Jake Adkins.
The famous.
Yeah. So, guys, how long did it take to get to Washington, D.C. from Defiance?
Well, it took us about an 8-hour drive.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did you guys drive yourself?
Yeah, we did.
How did you guys get selected to go?
Well, I was interested in going, so all I did was email Congressman Latta, who is my representative for this district.
Okay.
And he said, you have 2 tickets. Come to my office, and you can have those.
No kidding. Just like that.
Yep, that's all it was. No
Wow.
cost,
Pretty
free.
cool.
Yeah,
That
it is
easy.
Really cool.
He must be a Republican?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yep.
that would make sense then. So explain, let me start over. Detail your trip from the time you left till the time you got to Washington.
Okay, well, we started about 3:30 Thursday morning.
Okay.
And Adam was scared I wasn't going to wake up, but
Did you sleep, Adam?
Oh no, I was wide awake. But I was at the door trying to wake him up. I saw him sleeping on the couch and the door was locked, so I started knocking.
Jake, come on, man!
hey, we still made it out by 3:30. That was our goal. So.
All right, okay. And then?
And then we just headed out, and Adam took over the driving. So
No, I thought you had to stop in Columbus. You said, I think, before you left.
No, we when we got down there about 11:30, we just kind of took off walking. We had to be at the representative's office. We had to be at Latta's office by 2:00.
Thursday.
In Washington.
Oh, in Washington.
Yeah,
oh,
yeah,
okay, okay.
Yep.
I guess maybe you said Latta's office, and I assumed it was
no.
Columbus, Jake.
Sorry about that, Ryan.
No, that's okay, because I thought, well, that's an odd stop, but
Yeah,
whatever.
nope.
So what'd you do there in his office?
Just kind of had an open house, met a couple of his office workers, and he had a nice little spread of meat and cheese and fruit for us to taste while we were there, I guess.
Was he there?
Yes, he was there. We got to shake his hand and talk to him a little bit.
Yeah, and did you say anything to him? Like a
Not
wonderful
a
meat
lot.
spread you got here?
I said, thanks for this opportunity, because it was pretty awesome to go.
Did he know your name?
He did not.
I'm just curious, because
No,
maybe he did.
nope.
And then the other question that nobody else is going to care about but me, what did the envelope look like that the tickets were in? It was like this gold-leafed envelope?
It was just a plain white envelope, but I have the program and then the official invitation I can bring in, and we can maybe put pictures of that on the website.
Adam, were you guys in suit and ties?
No.
No suit and ties to go
Nope.
see the congressman?
Nope.
No,
Sweatpants?
representative.
There was really very few people there. There was a bunch of open houses going on, and almost everybody was wearing like jeans and.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I guess I would.
8-hour drive. We didn't want to sit for 8 hours in a suit and tie.
I mean,
so.
it
Good
was
point.
casual Friday. So.
that was funny.
Hey, thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, so you get the tickets, and now what?
After we got the tickets, we went over to the welcome celebration they had, which was a concert that included Lee Greenwood, Toby Keith, and Three Doors Down, among some others. We had actually the president's very own Marine Band, I believe.
Okay.
I'm not quite sure, but they had a couple of the armed forces bands there for us to listen to.
Well, you guys sound like
That's
VIPs.
really cool.
You get your own concert. Wow, that's impressive.
It was pretty neat, especially when Lee Greenwood came out and sang "God Bless the USA." That was to see thousands of people screaming.
Yep.
It was amazing.
Goosebumps?
Oh, definitely, lots of goosebumps.
Absolutely.
I feel like that would just be a very goosebump moment.
Almost
yeah,
tears,
absolutely.
almost tears, because it was just magical to see that many people.
That's
Wow.
cool. So where were you guys when the inauguration started?
Well, we were basically right behind where the VIPs were at. There's quite a few rows of chairs for all the VIPs, and we were maybe 5 people ahead of us between them and us.
So could you make out President Trump?
Not quite, just because of the way that they had the setup. We didn't have a very clear view.
Now, did you guys have to go through security?
Yes.
Couple times we had to go through some security.
Did you guys get stopped for any reason?
No, we were good. Some
Okay.
people got the metal scanner on them, but
Not
we
you
passed through easily.
So when you're going to remember this 5 years from now, what's one thing you're going to remember?
The one thing I'm going to remember
About the whole trip, whether it's the inauguration or whatever.
is when they said he was giving his oath of office. The Chief Justice was giving Trump his oath, and he said, "So help me God," to end the oath, and thousands and thousands of people went absolutely nuts, and it was just it was cool to see.
That's cool. Adam, you got any?
I would say that, as well as during the concert when Lee Greenwood was singing "God Bless the USA," and then with Toby Keith singing "American Soldier" and "Courtesy of the Red, White, and Blue," and they would show different veterans' faces on the screens.
That's cool.
When that was going on, that was really real emotional, and your hair really stood on end. And
Really cool.
that was something.
Yeah.
It was really cool.
So what'd you guys do after the inauguration? I mean, when it was all said and done, did you guys just come right back home? Were there any more stops? Did you get to see anything?
Basically, we just came right back. We got back on the metro and got out of there. It was pretty busy, and based on where we were, we didn't have real good access to where the parade was at.
Okay.
So we just we headed out and beat most of the traffic.
So as you're leaving, did you guys think, hey, let's take let's participate in all of democracy? And then did you protest on the way out too?
we didn't protest, and if you ask me, it was unfortunately that we didn't get to see any protests.
Yeah.
That seemed to happen more along the parade route.
Really? So they kept it pretty far away from the site, the
Yeah.
inauguration site.
Yes.
Wow, I'm
Well-
actually kind of surprised by that.
Yeah.
And actually, I think most of the protests were back in like where the parade was, and also where like the general admittance where you could kind of show up and go into.
Okay.
Where we were at was like a ticketed area, and
Oh,
so
that's
like
cool.
people couldn't get up in there.
Talk about a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
Yeah.
No doubt.
You guys want to go back?
I would go back
At
in
some
a heartbeat.
point, I would.
At some
Yeah,
point?
yeah.
Regardless if it's a Republican or Democrat?
Regardless,
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Absolutely, regardless of the president, because it was just such a magical moment to witness that, and I would recommend it to anyone.
Yeah, it's an historic event. No matter who it is, you know that you're a part of history, and you
That's
can
cool.
say you were a part of that.
Yeah,
so.
absolutely. Now, Jake, off the air, you had said you want to be president of the United States.
2032.
2032.
I'm gonna run and be 36 years old and try to become the youngest president.
Well, I hope you make that goal.
Thank you.
I think you have a legitimate chance. Is your vice president here today?
My vice president may be here today.
Adam,
thank
you.
do you have political aspirations?
Maybe we'll see.
Of course, you got 18 years to
Yeah.
Yeah.
decide whether you want to
Yeah.
be there or not. Well, hey, let's do the Silly Six.
I say why not?
All right, let's see why not. You guys familiar with the Silly Six?
Yes.
Somewhat.
Somewhat. This is where I ask you 6 quick questions, and you give me 6 quick answers. All right, here we go. Your favorite pop or beverage?
Mountain Dew.
Definitely Mountain Dew.
Diet or anything like that? Or
No, just regular,
Okay.
good old Mountain Dew.
Good old Mountain Dew. Your favorite fast food?
Taco Bell.
I'm gonna have to agree and say Taco Bell as
I think
well.
we all are going to have to agree with Taco Bell.
Yep.
Your favorite show?
My favorite show would probably have to be, at this point, American Pickers or Pawn Stars.
Okay, Adam?
Yeah, I don't know if I could choose one. There's so many.
Oh, come on, there's got to be one.
I was always big into like NCIS, I guess, Criminal Minds, those types of shows.
Okay,
So.
okay. Your favorite dessert?
Oh, cheesecake, without a doubt.
Flavor?
Cheesecake. Strawberry.
Oh, I would have picked you as a raspberry man. No, I'm sorry, a razzleberry man.
I could go for some cheesecake too. I'd probably say like apple pie or
Apple pie
like that.
cheesecake?
No, just apple.
Oh,
pie.
apple pie.
Yeah.
Okay. Your favorite superhero?
Captain America.
Okay.
Marco.
Iron Man.
Iron Man. You had to say Iron Man just because he's the Captain America, didn't
No,
you? That's why.
no.
And then finally, your favorite song that no one knows you guys like, and it can't be Lee Greenwood.
Oh, that's too bad. That's a really good question. I like to jam out to All Night Longer by Sammy Adams. That's one of my favorites recently.
Alrighty.
I don't think there is a song
That no one knows you like.
I don't think so.
Come on, there's got to be one way down in your list, and you're like, oh, jeez.
Barbie girl.
There we go, Barbie Girl. All right.
I,
Hey, Jake, thanks for being on the show. Adam, thanks for being on the show.
thanks for having us.
You're welcome. Hey, this is the session with Billy and Ryan. We'll be right back.
Hi, this is Adam Swisher, and new to Defiance this year is the Op Shop. The Op Shop's purpose is to provide professional attire and training to students who don't have the financial or physical means available to attain these necessary elements for interviews or class presentations. The Op Shop is home to over 180 articles of clothing that are free for students to rent and bring back whenever they need it. All of the articles of clothing in the Op Shop have been donated by DC students, faculty, or staff. If you are interested in donating any professional attire, there is a bin in the Hubbard Hall Student Organization Room labeled as the Op Shop Donations. If you have any questions about the Op Shop, please feel free to contact me at aswisher001@defiance.edu. Thanks, and dress classy, Defiance.
Welcome back to the session with Billy and Ryan.
She had to think about that one.
I was like, which one goes first? Oh, well, it doesn't matter.
Billy always goes first.
Okay.
Hey, before we get out of here, we got one more piece of news that I found. Empty Bowls Project, February 16th from 4:30 p.m. to 7 p.m. at the KFC Knights of, what is it?
Columbus.
Columbus.
Oh,
Columbus.
sorry, you were looking at me.
Yeah, I wasn't even looking at you.
I'm sorry.
Come on, man.
Anyway, keep
Hey,
going.
bowls will be sold for $12, but $8 for children under 12 and DC students with a current student ID. The bowls will be allowed limited soup, bread, beverages, and dessert. Yum, 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 yum. Hope to see you guys there. February 16th.
Now you're looking at me.
I am looking
Okay.
at you guys.
And they have a bunch of desserts and stuff. That's what I did last year when I volunteered, and I might have eaten a bunch of cookies, but I also handed them out.
That's part of your pay.
So
for
Yeah,
volunteering.
you give one, you eat one, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, there is one more piece of news. Mr. Jake Atkins
It is.
is going to be a full-time member of the session.
Full-time member.
So just when you thought the session couldn't get any lower, it can't. We hired Jake.
All right.
Wait, that was meant to be a compliment. And
I don't know how that was.
Backhanded.
yeah, that was
compliment.
sounded worse than I thought it did.
Yeah, that
but
was
anyway,
fake.
As
Jake,
Garth Brooks says, you got friends in low places.
hey, this is the session with Billy and Ryan. I think you still know how to get a hold of us. If you find us on Facebook by, what does that say?
The Session DC. Email us at thesession@defiance.edu and follow us on Twitter at thesession_DC.
Can we take a second? So when I first started here, and Ryan always gave me crap for not remembering them, and he's been on the show for how long and doesn't remember?
I don't know, a couple days.
I
You
see
can give it to me. That's fine. I deserve it. Hey, this is a session with Billy and Ryan. He's Billy. I'm Ryan, and the rest of the gang.
Toodles.
Peace out.
What do you got, Jake?
You want to say anything? This is your chance to get one last parting shot in. And Jake's going to be an integral part of the show, as you can hear.
Yep.
This is the session. We'll see you next time.